Sky News Breakfast. Now, for children and young people struggling with social isolation, NHS doctors have a new therapy at their disposal: surf lessons. The WAVE project is the world's first surf therapy course funded by a government health service. Well, joining me now are the WAVE project's founder, Jo Taylor, along with Finley and Alia Corin, who have both taken part in the project, and their parents, Neil and Lynn. Welcome to you all. To you, first of all, Jo, I wonder if you can fill us in on the thinking behind the surf sessions and them being therapeutic.
Yeah, well, I think there's quite a lot of evidence that being in the water and being outside is really good for your mental health and well-being. There's been quite a few studies done in the last few years around that whole space. And I think surfing is great for children particularly because it's fun and it helps to bring a sense of trust with the people around you. You know, I think if you're out in the waves with someone else helping you, it kind of helps to give that sense of trust. So it's a kind of a combination of those things that brings the therapeutic benefits for young people.
And Finley, you've taken part in these surf sessions. What did you make of them?
Well,
Did you enjoy them?
yeah, really. All the people there are very nice.
So you've had a good time. And Alia, next to you. Alia, you also did the surf sessions. What was the best thing about it? I mean, what did you enjoy most?
Well, I feel like I really enjoyed that I was never pressured into anything. I never had to do anything because I always struggled with quite intense physical activities. And I never felt like in the WAVE project, I never had to do anything. They would never make me go into the water if I didn't feel like it or if I felt uncomfortable with it.
And Neil, it's been a difficult year for a lot of people, but especially for you, because having to isolate the children not being at school. What difference did the surf sessions make to the family overall?
Well, it's not just been during lockdown. We started doing it probably a couple of years ago. Yeah. I think odd sessions doing it.
Yeah, well, Finley was referred 2 years ago as part of from just struggling with school. I mean, I've checked with the children to say that both children are autistic, and school can be a really challenging environment, and there's kind of associated mental health difficulties with that. So that kind of lack of access to education or difficult access to education and social isolation is something that has been a part of special education needs families for quite a long time. Obviously, lockdown made it a lot worse.
Yeah.
But I think the referral was a massive a place of acceptance and challenge and celebration. I think the biggest thing of how the volunteers will nurture, support, encourage and celebrate every child, as well as obviously the benefits of being outdoors and being in the sea. And
yeah, we're looking at some pictures now. It looks like great fun. Have you seen a difference in the children since they've been taking part in these sessions?
I would say so, yes. I think Finley's been doing it the longest. I think definitely for him, it's been a case of just feeling more confident in himself and happy in his own skin and feeling that he has this thing that he does that he's really successful at, and that's made a massive difference.
Yeah, big smiles on the faces there. And Jo, Finley celebrated his 12th birthday with a session, I believe. Jo, what was that like?
Oh, it was the best birthday ever.
Well, there you go.
That was great, Finn.
So you run with volunteers, don't you? So they obviously they put together a special session for him.
Yeah, that's right. And I think the role of the volunteers is really important with the WAVE project because each child gets their own, what we call a surf mentor. So it's someone to work directly with that child one-to-one and build a bit of a relationship with them over time. And that, as I said earlier, that kind of whole idea of building trust is really key to it. I think you sort of see this. The volunteers end up really becoming quite affectionate towards the young people that they're working with. I think when it is someone's birthday, they want to celebrate it. It's almost like they're welcoming them into a big family, and it's just a really nice vibe. And being out in the water with people supporting you is just lovely. So yeah. So Finlay's birthday was a really special moment.
Yeah, I can imagine it was. We heard what he thought of it, but you've described it as the best birthday of your life, Finlay. Just how good was it?
It was brilliant. I've never had a birthday like it.
Yeah, it's fantastic. The team are a gift. They really are. Joe, I don't know where you get these people from. Fantastic.
They're great.
It set the bar really high. What are you going to do for his 13th, I wonder? Probably be out on the waves.
Yeah. Exactly.
Well, last year the party had to get cancelled because his birthday was sort of the day after lockdown.
Yes, of course. Well, I'm sure you'll spend many more birthdays on the waves, and I hope you enjoy it. Thank you so much for speaking to us. Good to see you this morning.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you.